Hello, one and all. It's that UK Gamer. Now, I lied. I said that the next video I was going to do was going to be a pickup video. And that is what I intended. However, having seen the other video responses going around, I've decided to jump on the bandwagon once again and do a video on 5 gaming franchises, genres that I love. This is a video response to videos by various other YouTubers. Again, the Retro Bear, Pete Fighter 2, Yorkshire Man, Yorkshire Lad YouTube, and others. I'll put the links down below in the description. And I highly recommend checking out their videos. There's some interesting games and their opinions are totally worth hearing. So, I just also want to point out, if my face looks weird around here and my eye looks red, I haven't been drinking, it's hay fever, and it's absolutely destroying my eye right now. And if you hear me sniffing a little bit, again, hay fever. It's an absolute nightmare. I apologise. But for now, here are 5 gaming franchises and genres that I love. Okay, so there are so many franchises that I absolutely love. Several big ones. These include, well, a lot of you may well know this, but if not, you're going to find out. Pokemon. This is the original copy of Pokemon Yellow I bought from Dixon's for £19.99 the day after it came out. I don't have the box, unfortunately, but I've had this for about 20 years now. Love this game and the franchise. There's also The Legend of Zelda. I've chosen my Breath of the Wild for Wii U, which is weird because normally you see the Switch one. Love Zelda, the 3D ones, some of my favourite games. Ocarina of Time. This, can't wait for the newly announced sequel. It's going to be epic. And the one which you may know from having seen my earlier video on my favourite character, my favourite game of all, Sonic the Hedgehog, and in this case, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for Mega Drive. Love the game. It's fantastic. However, I feel these 3 franchises are too obvious. So, I've gone for franchises and genres which aren't quite so obvious. Some a bit more so than others. If you do like these franchises and want me to cover them, let me know and I'll do what I can. But for now, I'm going to start by introducing Mascot of the Week. This time, my favourite plush of all time, Sonic the Hedgehog. And as you can tell by his eyes, it's classic Sonic. I bought this for £3 at a boot sale years ago. Had to have it as soon as I saw it. It's my favourite gaming plush. Up there with the Litten I got from my girlfriend. But other ones I bought, easy my favourite. Anyway, into the franchises. So, I wanted to start with maybe a little bit more obvious one. Not as obvious as the 3 I've shown already. And that would be Star Wars games. I love many Star Wars games. I own many. But I've chosen some in particular which are my favourites. That's not to say I don't like others. So, the first one, which I love for its 2D simplicity, however the game itself is quite difficult, which can get a little annoying, but it's still a fun game, and that is Star Wars, Super Star Wars, sorry, on the SNES. I always forget it's called Super Star Wars. The story's a little bit off, I have to admit. I don't remember Luke attacking Jawas, but as a whole, it feels like Star Wars. Classic game. And then you move up, you get to Rogue Squadron. I prefer this to Shadows of the Empire on the Nintendo 64. And Episode 1 Race is also good, but this is the favourite and the best one in my opinion. Love the shooting bit. There you get the next generation with Jedi Outcast. I do have Jedi Academy on my Xbox as well, but I prefer this one. Love the multiplayer. and also just grabbing people with force choke and then dropping them over holes and watching them fall to their doom. That's quite fun. Or pushing them off. That's another one. And Star Wars Battlefront 2. Up there with Sonic 2 is one of my favourite games. Love it. Complete with old Game Station label. Why do I love Star Wars games? Love the franchise. I have seen every movie apart from Solo. I don't know why I've still not seen that. And I own all the rest of them on DVD. I can't wait for the Rise of Skywalker later this year. It's going to be amazing. But I love the diversity, the racing with Episode 1 Racer, the shooting with Rogue Squadron or Shadows of the Empire, even the RPG element. I'm not that keen on RPGs, but Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2 are good games. Or just a simple adventure platforming, Jedi Outcast. And of course, the shooting with the actual troopers in Battlefront. There's a wide variety of games. They all play really, really well. You get a real feeling for the movies with the music, the looks, the sound effects. It makes you feel like you are a part of George Lucas's universe. Well, Disney now. But I love it. Next franchise. Another movie franchise. Few more movies than Star Wars, I have to admit. And that is signified by one game in particular. And this franchise, shooting definitely plays a major part. I'm talking 007 himself, James Bond. This is easily my favourite James Bond game of all. And I imagine that is the case for a lot of people. GoldenEye 007 on the Nintendo 64 is a classic. I don't care what reviews say, it hasn't aged well. I've seen it given 55% because of the graphics. For the time in 1997, I think they were amazing. For a 1997 game, this was incredible. And it's up there with the games you see now, which are winning stuff. Breath of the Wild. They're inferior? Yeah. But for the time, no. But you feel like you're Bond. The weapons you use, the multiplayer, where you see all the Bond enemies or allies. Walking around the GoldenEye dam, the bases, the antenna cradle. You feel like Bond. And it doesn't even end there. You've got 007, Quantum of Solace, and Xbox 360. Feels different to GoldenEye, but still feels like Bond. It feels like the modern Daniel Craig Bond movies. And although I prefer Pierce Brosnan's Bond, they're still good, and this makes you feel like you are part of them. This is an incredible game. Highly worth checking out. And for a bit which is slightly different, going way back to a game which is really old, and you know it's old, because it has Timothy Dalton as Bond on the front. James Bond 007 The Duel, which is actually like a 2D platformer shooter game thingy. Very good graphics, I have to say, for the Master System. But yes, as I said, it's Bond, so there is a lot of shooting. But you get variety. I have Nightfire. I love Nightfire. You get the driving parts of it in the Vanquish. I think it's the Vanquish. And of course you can throw your hat at people with a job and kill them that way. That's fun as well. But this franchise generally has really good games. If you like shooting games, this is one of the best series to get for, in my opinion. Okay. Now on to something, I'd say quite left field, to be honest. Not many games in the franchise, and I am missing the most recent one. However, the first three, in my mind, are brilliant. And I'm talking beginning on Nintendo 64, again, Extreme G, along with Extreme G2, complete with Honda advertising. And Extreme G3, which, to be fair, when you compare it to the first one, looks a major improvement, graphically wise and racing wise. But they're all really, really fun motorcycle racing games. Futuristic with weapons and futuristic looking bikes. You get the high velocity speed from other games such as F-Zero, again, Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. So it's a racer, but it doesn't feel like a lot of racing games like the natural ones, Forza, Gran Turismo. It feels nothing like that. It doesn't even feel like Mario Kart, even though there's weapons in there. It feels like something else. Like, I suppose, a cross between F-Zero, Speed, Mario Kart's weapons. But it's just got its little something else which distinguishes it. Whether it's the motorbikes, I don't know. But it is a fantastic racer in my mind. And if you want something different racing-wise, I would recommend, especially, Extreme G3. Generally pretty cheap. Seen it, well, even the GameCube version for less than a fiver. Highly recommend it. Okay, fourth choice. I'm tying into a recent sort of mini-series covered by the Retro Bear. And Retro Crazy A, you are A, high, and B, this will not surprise you one little bit. I'm not talking Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, although I do have a few of the games and enjoy them. I'm talking specifically game show games. People call them cheesy and rubbish and boring. I've seen that. I disagree. I think they're fun. The ones based on UK game shows, having grown up watching Millionaire. In fact, the first time The Million was won by Judith Koppel, I can never remember which one it is, was the day I moved into this house. And that was nearly 20 years ago. And I remember generally watching Millionaire around then. Or Weakest Link, which is up here on my PlayStation 1. Or my personal favourite, which was actually one of the games covered by the Retro Bear, Countdown, which I also have on DS, by the way. I actually love the game. I don't know why. I think partly it helps me feel like maybe I'm actually on the game show. I would love to go on Countdown one day. But also, it's like, I think it's because it makes me think. Like, okay. It's not like, oh, natural instinct. I'm not saying I don't have that. Shooting games, racing games, I can do it. But this actually challenges you. It makes you think like, okay, what's the best approach? What's the best answer I can find? And I get that bit more determination to beat the computer, especially when, say on Countdown, the computer's come up with words you've never even heard of. I would also check out Retro Bear's mini-series. I'll link to his Countdown video below. But other examples, Deal or No Deal, complete with a virtual Noel Edmonds. Although, it's nice when you get £250,000, isn't it? You know who you are. Not giving me any. Mean. Love you, really. And one I've picked up recently, a bit more recent game show, although I think it's been going for a while now, Eggheads. And you can tell it's older, because not only is it on DS, it's actually got the original 5 people on it. And in fact, that, for those who don't know, is the Judith who won that million on Millionaire. Sorry about that. Hay fever again. I love the games. It makes me think. And I love the competitive element of it. There's others. Family Fortunes, Wheel of Fortune, even Ready Steady Cook, which I finally got. I still need to play it though. I'm quite disappointed in myself with that. But yeah, game show games. I actually really, really enjoy them. I don't know how many other people do, but I do. Although I do know there are others who do. Sonic is one of them. Weakest Link's his favourite, he told me. Okay, so that's 4 down, 1 left. And, well, there's loads of other franchises I love. Star Fox, Dead or Alive, even Star Trek games. The 3D Grand Theft Autos. But there's one particular franchise I haven't mentioned, which really, really won't surprise pretty much everyone who's a returning subscriber. And if you are new, this will not be the last you see of this franchise, I promise you. And in case you haven't guessed, I am, of course, talking about football games. I know a lot of people hate the sports games. They hate football games. I'm the opposite. I love them. Football is my favourite sport by miles. I'm a huge football fan. And yeah, I know you're going to laugh at me, but I'm a Red Devil for life. Manchester United are my team, always will be. But I love playing football games. Preferably against another person, I have to admit, but I do love them. I've got all sorts of football games on all sorts of consoles. These are just a select few. This is my personal favourite one, which is International Superstar Soccer on the Nintendo 64. In particular, this is ISS 64, by the way. There's two more on there. Love this game. Had it since I was a kid. So about 10, 11 years old. So 20 odd years I first got this. It feels very arcadey, but it's so much fun. Pushing over the players. Hacking the players, I guess. Falling over on the snow. Really fun. Why do I love football games? Well, as I said, first of all, I'm a massive football fan. Secondly, it lets me feel like I'm a lot better than I actually am in real life. Plus, also, I don't really get much chance to play. People being available. Admittedly, when I do play, I struggle with my knees, my weight, I'm going to admit that. But it actually makes me feel like I can play and actually play at a high level for the team I love. Plus, also, depending on what football games you play, it can tie in with the game show games and be challenging, make you think, like develop tactics and strategies. In particular, with these next few games I'm going to show you, where I show that actually it's not just actual football games such as FIFA that I like, but football management games, which I know other people have covered. Retro Bear, Yorkshire Lad, YouTube, who've mentioned Championship Manager. I myself have experience of that. This is the very first or second football management game I got, and they've mentioned it. Championship Manager 2000, 2001. Dwight York, Vincenzo Montella up front. So many goals. Won the league. Easy. But it's good. It's realistic. It's fun. It makes you think. And when you win the league with your team, you feel like you've achieved something. And given people have said about Football Manager and Championship Manager, I just want to give a little shout out to another management series. Premier Manager on the PlayStation at the front and PC at the side. I also have the season after, 98-99 on Nintendo 64, which is a fun game. Until you take a 4th tier club to the FA Cup final, lose 2-0 to Newcastle, and then get sacked for bad results. Which seems slightly screwy if you ask me. Also, Gabriel Batistuta. What a legend on this game. As you can gather, football games are one of my absolute favourites. I have so many. Apart from FIFA 18 and 19, I have a game of every FIFA from every year. One of my favourites. FIFA 97 on Mega Drive with indoor football, which is hilarious and needs to come back. My most recent one, FIFA 17 on the Xbox 360. This was £1 from Cash Converters over a year ago. Real bargain then. Or even Olympic soccer on the Saturn from the 1996 Olympics in Atlanta. This is one worth looking out for. It's also on the PlayStation 1 at least. You can have the frozen pitch with really long grass and windy weather, and the ball will just go wherever it wants. It can be going miles wide and just suddenly bounce and go in the goal. You score from goal kicks. That's the thing. Some of them are more serious. FIFA, Pro Evo. I do have Pro Evo, but I prefer FIFA. Some of them, such as that Olympic soccer, or even ISS, they're not so serious. They are more arcadey. They're more fun. they're less serious. Or the management games where you have a challenge, you have to think, strategize, develop tactics. There's actually, I think, more variety in football games than a lot of people realise. But I do appreciate that not everyone's a football fan. They're not everyone's cup of tea. Personally, I would love to do a video all about my football game collection because I have so many, probably more than I realise, if I'm honest. Would anyone like to see that? Or would it put you off? Please let me know. Please let me know if you'd like me to emphasise about any of these franchises I've shown you. Let me know whether you think I've got a point or I'm an absolute idiot for my opinion. But please do remember, these are my opinions. I'd love to hear yours and what your favourite games are. As I said, please check the videos of Yorkshire Lad YouTube, Yorkshire Man, Retro Bear, Pig Fight 2. They're games they hate, love videos. They're awesome. And they will be able to guide you to other ones as well. Highly worth checking out. And why not record your own video responses? I'd love to see them. The next video will probably be a pickup video. I do have a good couple of, well, I'll say a couple of games. It's more than that. Just a bit more than that. But I've also been asked about an E3 reaction video, which having been the last week, sounds like an idea. Would you like to see that? Please check out my social media, my Twitter, my Facebook. There'll be links in the description below. Smash the like button, share the video, comment, click the notification bell. It all is appreciated and it helps me turn this channel into what you would like to see. I want to improve it and you can be a big part in helping me do that. Thank you for watching the video. I hope the last 22 odd minutes haven't been a waste of your time. And even if they have, you're not getting them back. Because I can't do that. And I'm sorry. Sonic would just like to say bye as well. Bye. And I shall say bye too. Farewell. I'll see you soon. Bye.